Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well today. So today we're going to be taking a look at the CoolerMaster Masterbox 5 Lite RGB. Whew, that's a mouthful. One of these days these things' names are going to be like paragraphs or something. So this is a mid tower from CoolerMaster. It's a really nice design. I like the look of it, that's why I got it for myself. It has a solid acrylic front on it with a kind of a curve to it, and behind this acrylic it has 3 RGB fans. Therefore it also doesn't have an optical drive at the top. Something to note if you are considering buying this case. On the one side it has a tempered gloss side panel, screws at the top and a rail at the bottom. On the other side, normal steel side panel, just nothing fancy. Same goes for the top, just solid top, no fan mounting or radiator mounting spots there. Come around to the back of it. You will see you have space for a 120mm radiator or fan, your motherboard's I/O, 7 expansion slots. This is a full ATX support case. Power supply at the bottom with a mounting that you can screw loose with thumb screws here. And yeah, further there's not much to see on the outside of this case. It does have USB 3.0, 2 of them at the front, and front audio. That's all basically on the front, power obviously. So let's open it up and we'll see what's inside. What accessories came with it. Just has 2 thumb screws, easy to remove, tempered glass. No worries about dropping the glass if your case is standing upright. It just comes out and you can pick it up. Put that aside. Okay, now let's take a look at what we have in here. So, first of all, we've got a little 3-way splitter for the RGB fans in the front. So you can plug it in on a motherboard that supports RGB. Then we have this little box here, make it yours, it says. I can't get it out of here. Okay, now this is pretty interesting, this little box. Let's get it out of here. I'll show you guys. So in this box you have these little trimmings, I would call them probably. Now these go over here on the top and over here on the bottom. Now it is fitted with the black ones from factory, but you also get the red ones, 2 of them, and white ones. So it's your choice what you want to put on. Personally, these red ones, on the photos they didn't look very nice, but they have some kind of like a pearl kind of color to them. Pearly, yeah. You have to see it to understand exactly what I mean. They look pretty nice, I might be using them. Okay, those aside for now. Okay, kind of forgot about this. We have to do this. Now we can see it's all shiny on the front. Now that is one problem also. This is going to be a fingerprint magnet because this is like tinted acrylic, dark tinted, with the 3 RGB fans looking nice behind it and all that, but yeah, that might actually be just as bad as it's good. Okay, so inside of the case, on the front, it has space to mount a radiator, up to a pretty big one, triple fan radiator there. At the rear it comes with a normal fan. This fan is not a RGB fan like the other three in the front. This is just a normal fan. It has an SSD mount plate right over here. This one can be moved from here to down here, or even moved on to the basement top over here. Will also go there. Okay. Then moving around to the back of the case. We remove these thumb screws, these two over here. Take off this side panel, just a normal panel, nothing fancy about it. Okay, now back here, you can clearly see you have a lot of routing holes for cable management right back here, and places to zip tie all of your cables, all of that stuff. Here you can see your fans with an adapter that uses Molex. That's kind of outdated, but that's a thing, yeah. That's what they chose. And these are just your RGB. They will go to that splitter that goes to your motherboard. Then we have this little baggie here. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, first of all, we just have our normal wires, our front USB header, power switches, LEDs, all of that stuff, front audio. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay, so this little thing is interesting. Now this little controller is for if your motherboard does not support RGB. Then you can use this little controller to still control the RGB lighting of your fans. I believe it has some programs you can save with the button, all kinds of stuff like that. It uses normal SATA power to power it, and you can use your restart switch, they say in the manual, as a way to change it externally as well, because this little controller stays inside of the box. So yeah, that's kind of nice they included that. Okay, what's next? We have a bunch of zip ties included, nice to see, for cable management. And then we have our screws and motherboard standoffs and all that. And that's pretty much everything that's included. Yeah, I don't see anything else that we need to talk about that's included. I did forget to mention the bottom of this case. It does have a filter here, dust filter for the power supply, but it's just a little flimsy grill thing. It's better than having nothing, but yeah, they did cheap out on that one. It's not a very expensive case, so I will forgive them for that on this one. So yeah, keep that in mind. Also down here with the power supply, it does have a decent amount of space for power supply, so you won't have trouble fitting pretty much any power supply you would put in this case. It has two drive bays down here for 3.5 inch drives. It can also be used for 2.5 inch drives, just screwing on here. And you just clip the hard drive in here. They are plastic, and then they slide in here. Only two of them, but these days that's enough. It's pretty much a trend with cases. Okay. This case, it does feel pretty sturdy. It's average, nothing abnormally strong, also not abnormally flimsy like a cheap case. It feels like quality. Only problem I do have with it, it doesn't have any nice radiator mounts. The only radiator mount it does have is the one in the front, And the problem with the front mounting radiator is there's two problems that I consider problems. First of all, it won't be able to breathe properly because there's not a lot of volume in the front for sucking air through it. The second problem is it's blowing all that hot air into the system, so other parts of my system might get really hot because of all of that hot air. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen maybe a radiator mount in the top of the case. I mean, maybe in a different version, just make two choices so that I could get that if I want that. That would have been nice. And yeah, further there's not much I can complain about at this price range for this case. It's a pretty nice case. So I would recommend buying it if you are considering it. And it will serve you well, I'm sure. I will be doing a more extensive review when I'm building a system in this case, where we will see how it looks. We'll show you the RGB in the front and all of that. So look out for that one. It is coming up in the future. I do not have an exact date on it yet, since I'm still waiting on components for the system that I will be building. But do watch out for that video as well. For now, guys, that's all for today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to get more of this content, and hit the bell icon to get notifications as soon as I upload new videos. Peace out.